Let's summarize the rules of debits and credits in one really short video that we can come back to every time we have a question about it. So, the rules on debits and credits, there's a couple of ways to learn it. In fact, a lot of teachers do it differently. So the way I'm going to do it is on the left-hand side here. So I'm going to do assets first, go up on the debit side, equals liabilities and owner's equity, so they go up on the credit side. And the reason is because we know from the accounting equation, assets must always equal liabilities plus owner's equities. Then I'd learn negative owner's equity. So if I've got owner's equity here, well, the opposite of that is negative owner's equity there. Then I do revenues go up on the credit side because they increase owner's equity. So that matches there. And then I have expenses go up on the debit side. Well, that's going to be the opposite of a revenue, and it also decreases owner's equity. So it makes sense that it has the opposite rule of owner's equity. And if you were to look at that as an acronym, you could say A-L-O-N-R-E, and I'm going to call that Alonre. So that is how I teach it, and that's how I remember it, Alonre. But the problem with that is it's not really a word, Alonre. In fact, it's definitely not a word. So how do you remember that? Well, one of the students last year had this great invention where she said, no, I'm going to change it. I'm going to keep the assets, the liabilities, the owner's equity, and the negative owner's equity in the same order. So the A, the L, the O, the N, keep that as it is. And she swapped expenses. She put them first. So instead of putting them on the bottom here, she put them there. And then she put revenues there. And the reason she did that is because then it kind of makes a word, a loaner. That's not actually a word, but it's starting to look like a word, and it's probably a little bit easier to remember than a loaner, a lonre, sorry. So depending on how you want to learn it, they're probably the two methods I recommend. In all of our videos going forward, I'm going to use a lonre here. But if you want to remember it as a loaner, you go for that. Either way, you know all the rules. Just have a system for making sure you remember them and know what to do for each transaction.